Hi, English 1302 students. I wanted to send you a little information about the final exam. I know there's some confusion. Somewhere in Canvas it says that the final exam would be available on May 1st, and clearly that hasn't been the case. The school has sent some policies that they want us to try to adhere to, so I'm trying to be a good steward and follow those rules, those suggested policies. And so one of them is that we not leave the final exam open an excessive amount of time. So it will open Sunday, May 3rd at noon, and it will be open the rest of the day rest day Sunday, all day Monday, and all day Tuesday. And it will close at 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday, May 5th. And so it's open noon Sunday, May 3rd through 11:59 p.m. Tuesday, May 5th. And it has about 34 questions, and 2/3 of them are questions about the terms that are listed in Canvas under the review information. And these are matching sets. There are 3 matching sets, and each one has in between 7 and 9 terms. The first matching block has general literature terms like symbolism, irony, setting, point of view, the concepts that we talked about all semester with just about every piece of literature. And so that's the first matching set, matching terms to definitions, general literary terms. The second matching set is matching character types to their definitions, round character, flat character, archetype, protagonist, antagonist, stereotype, narrator, unreliable narrator, first-person narrator. So again, that's the second matching set. The third matching set is your matching research terms with their definitions. Terms such as hanging indentation, first line indentation, which is regular indentation, citation, annotation, works cited, questions about MLA form. So once again, two-thirds of the class, 2/3 of the exam rather, is matching terms to definitions. The other 1/3 is made up of about 10 multiple choice questions where you're to apply the terms that you defined in the matching sections. So here's an example. The question stem might ask you, which character name from the lottery is a symbol of death? Choose the best answer. And so maybe the first one says Mr. Summers, and you think, well, wait, he ran the lottery, but his name, Summers, suggests, a bright, sunshiny day. Or Mr. Graves, Graves, like a grave in a cemetery where dead people are, buried. And then the third one might be Mr. Martin, like maybe Martin Luther, or a Martin is a bird. But neither one of those really seem to be a symbol of death. So the answer would be Mr. Graves. And that's an example of an application question where you're not just defining the term, but you're using it. And there will be 10 of those, one more time. And again, all these questions on the whole exam are worth 3 points each, and there's an extra question in there. One of the policies that we've been asked to follow is that we put a time limit on the exam. So 30 minutes will be your time limit, and that's pretty generous, really, if you look at the idea that there are about I think they want us to give you at least 45 seconds per question, and I'm giving you about twice that amount. So as long as you're familiar with the terms and you refresh your memory on the literature, you'll be able to take this within the time limit. I would look at those terms and make sure that you don't have to spend time thinking, wait, what is irony? That you're able to pick it out of its list of 7 to 9 definitions. Also, refresh your mind on the basic plot lines of the literature. so that you're not struggling to remember, wait, which story was that? And I'm not going to be super picky about detail, not even as picky as I was on the midterm test, which wasn't very picky, but it seems like on the midterm test it was the specific details that gave you, in general, the most trouble. So you could scan back over that literature, or you could even go online and look at some type of summary just to refresh your memory on the specific literary pieces. And let me give you a list of what they are. Hamilton, An American Musical, The Cask of Amontillado, The Lottery, Hills Like White Elephants, A&P, and The Story of an Hour. So, final exam, one other policy is that the college asks us to give just one attempt. And so that means you really ought to plan when you're going to take this objective final and go someplace where you have a stable connection. So that's the final exam. Contact me if you have any questions about that. Another option for you is an extra credit discussion, and that will be helpful, especially for people who don't do so well on objective tests. And so I've posted in Canvas, it's kind of a graphic heavy file that contains about half of the cursive writing statements that you sent right after we went online. It was lines from an Emily Dickinson poem, "Hope is a thing with feathers that perches in my soul." And you wrote it 10 times. And so I took about half of those, the ones that came in early and the ones I could download the easiest, and put them on a Google Google Slides presentation, and saved it as a PDF. But even then, it still takes a little while to download. But I sure got a kick out of those, and I hope that you will too. And so to do the extra credit project, you'll look at the discussion posting. It refers you to the cursive statements. It gives you some other prompts in case that file won't open. Your task is to make an initial post, a paragraph or two. Don't just answer the questions. Use the questions as prompts to write a couple of paragraphs. You don't have to use all the questions. And then once you make your post, your first post, then you'll be able to see what other students have posted. And so you can look at some of those and post 2 replies. So an initial posting and 2 replies. And that'll take you 15-20 minutes, and that'll get you some extra credit maybe to apply on the final exam, or if I need to apply it somewhere else, I can do that as well. So let me know if you have any questions about any of this. I'll be here all weekend because all week, because I still have lots of work to do. And so you'll be able to contact me if you have any questions. I'll be getting in touch with you if I have concerns. And I'll have Zoom meetings on Monday. It will be the last ones. Yay. No, it's been fun, kind of the Zoom, but it's been different. So I'll have those at 11:30 and 2:30 if you want to pop in and ask a final question or say goodbye. If we don't have time to say goodbye, maybe we'll be back in the fall and we can say hello and goodbye. If not, it's been the craziest semester of my 32-year career. So thanks for being a part of that.